Hey, good day and welcome back to Bible Story Time with Ami. This is the final chapter of the Rebekah story. Chapter 5, The Bride and the Promise. Genesis 24, 62 to 67. Reimagined in Rebekah's voice. The desert stretched before us, endless and unyielding. Days blurred into one another. Sunrise after sunrise, spilling fire across the horizon. Night after night, cloaking the land in a blanket of stars more numerous than I have ever seen. The rhythm of the caravan became my world, the sway of the camel beneath me, the crunch of hooves on sand and stones, the creak of leather straps, the soft murmur of men's voices in a tongue not my own. At first, my heart ached with homesickness. I thought of my mother's gentle hands, my father's quiet strength, my brother's quick words. Each mile carried me farther from them. Sometimes, in the silence of the night, I wept bitterly into my veil. My nurse would place her hand over mine, saying little, but her presence steadied me. And yet, woven into the sorrow was a thread of wonder. For every time I looked upon the servant, Eliezer, I saw a man who prayed without ceasing, whose lips often moved in thanksgiving, whose face lit with awe whenever he spoke of his master, Abraham, and the son of promise, Isaac. He told me stories along the way of the God who called Abraham out of Ur, of the covenant sealed by the stars, of the miraculous birth of Isaac to parents who were far beyond the years of childbearing. The more I listened, the more my heart swelled. This was no ordinary family. This was no ordinary man to whom I journeyed. One evening, as the sun dipped low and painted the sky in crimson, I lifted my eyes across the wide expanse of land. The wilderness rolled into open fields, greener, softer, dotted with flocks. My pulse quickened. Eliezer's eyes shone and he whispered, "We are near." The next day, as the camels plodded steadily forward, I saw a solitary figure in the distance. He walked among the fields at dusk, his head bowed, his steps unhurried, as though deep in meditation. The air simmered in the last heat of the day, but something in the way he carried himself stirred my spirit. I leaned towards Eliezer, my voice low but urgent. "Who is that man walking in the field to meet us?" Eliezer's face softened with a reverence I had come to know well. "It is my master Isaac." A rush of heat flooded my cheeks. Without a word, I slipped down from the camel's back, the ground firm beneath my feet. After so many days swaying in the saddle, I drew my veil over my face, my heart pounding as though it would burst. Each step towards him felt both terrifying and holy, as if I was walking into the very heart of God's promise. Isaac lifted his head and saw us approaching. His gaze met mine, steady, searching, kind. There was no need for words. In his eyes, I saw not a stranger, but the fulfillment of something far greater than either of us. Eliezer rushed forward, bowing low, recounting all that had transpired: the prayer at the well, the bracelets, my family's consent, my own words, "I will go." Isaac listened silently, his face unreadable, his eyes flickering towards me only once or twice. But when Eliezer finished, Isaac stepped closer. Without speaking, he reached gently for my hand. His touch was firm, grounding. a silent vow. In that moment, the desert dust, the sorrow of living, the uncertainty of the future, all of it faded. What remained was the certainty that the God who had written the story from the beginning had brought me here. That evening, Isaac took me into the tent of Sarah, his mother. It was a place still heavy with her absence, a space marked by memory and loss. Yet as I entered, the shadow seemed to lift. I became his wife, and in his embrace I found comfort, and he loved me. In that love, my heart found rest. In that love, the aching of pattern softened. In that love, I understood. I had not left my family to be lost. I had left to be found. Lessons of faith. Faith leads us across deserts into promises we cannot yet see. When we say yes to God's call, He not only fulfills His plans, but also fills our hearts with love, comfort, and a home we did not know we needed. Thank you so much for listening to this story. If you enjoyed this story, please like, share, and subscribe. I would also love, as usual, to hear your lessons of faith in the comment section. Have a blessed day and see you in my next story. Bye.